That was my first job experience. It was not the best. It lasted for a day. For a day. I didn't even go for the money. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Susan Somi. For those who are new here, kindly subscribe, like and comment. For those who are here and they haven't subscribed, kindly do so. Today I want to talk about my first job experience. When I start talking about this story, I realize there are some things in this world that I can't actually do, not because that I can't do it, but the conditions to which these jobs are subjected to will make you not want to do that job and will make you think that you can't do most of the things in this world. But this job is very, some people can work, some people can do this job very well if they have like, if you have like experience, you've been taught how to do it, and yes, and you can bear the conditions. Actually, my first job experience happened around 5 years ago, if I'm not wrong. I was still in campus, and you know that time when you're on long holiday, sitting at home kind of gets boring and it gets tired, and you wonder like, what is your life like? Like all your friends are there doing some other things, some have gone for internships, and some are just maybe have gone on vacations. And while I wasn't going on vacations during the long holidays, I was seated at home doing nothing, probably just watching, eating and sleeping a lot. During that time, I decided that I wanted to look for a job. At least I could get money to support me for credit, if I want to go out, if I want to get anything for myself. Because at that particular time, you can't tell your parents, I need money to go somewhere, because you're at home and they can't give you money for allowance like you used to get when you were still in, when you were in on session. So I decided to look for a job, and I had a neighbor. This neighbor was working at Sarova Panari, and she told me she works as a waitress, and they normally give out jobs for people who want to when there's a vacancy. So I decided to tell this lady, what you can do is, I need a job right now and I can't stay at home. Can you do something about it? The lady actually was positive, and she decided to, she gave me the number to the manager because she had heard that there was a vacancy and some people were needed. And yes, that's how it all started. So when I got the number, I decided to call this person. I remember it was on a Saturday. So I called this person, the manager. I talked to him. I don't know the manager for, was it HR? I'm not so sure, but this person was just a manager. That's what I was told. So I got this number and I contacted this guy. And as I've said, it was on a Saturday. Well, I talked to him and he said like there's a vacancy and they needed someone. And if I was available on Monday, I can easily go. I was excited. I got, the person gave me directions. I needed to have a white shirt, a black skirt that is not so short, neither was it so long, because I needed to be presentable, and that is a big hotel. And yes, people have to be, you need to look good as a waitress because you're the one serving these people. And people who go there, they're not just anybody. Like these big guys, they've come for meetings. Now you need to serve them breakfast, lunch. Yeah. So I agreed. When the person told me the vacancy was there, I accepted the job immediately. The first thing was I wanted the money. That was my first drive. I wanted the money, and I could really use that money, even though it was only 500 baht per day. That was not an issue with me. It was actually nice for me because I would rather go there, work, get the 500, as opposed to sitting in the house and doing nothing. My second expectation was I would network with people and I can be able to get contacts. And now my reason to that was that when I network with people, I'm likely to secure somebody who would give me a job when I want it after my school. And then I will also maybe come for an internship somewhere around. And then my last expectation was I would eat food, the leftovers. Yes, guys, I thought I would eat the food. You know, this is a very prestigious hotel. I thought maybe the waitress eat the leftovers. They can, yes, that food was another drive for me. But then those are just expectations. So my shift was to start at 6 and end at 4. So that Monday I woke up early. I called this lady because being new somewhere was kind of tricky, and you need it because you don't know how these people operate. And that day it's like you're going to start working, you're not going for orientation. So I what I did is I talked to this lady and I told her to not leave me behind. And then I had to wake up so early, go wait for this lady so that we go together. Well, that happened. We reached the place, people were busy. Everybody is busy at that place. That was something else that I was not so aware of. People are so busy. You get there, you change to your uniforms, and you start doing the work right away. When you reach there, there's a way people do things, and they do it professionally, and you have to have gone to school to learn these things, because there's a way in which you need to wash the cups, there's a way in which you need to do the tables, and so many things. Since the place is big and so many people are being served during break time, lunch time, and even dinner. Now what people do is when you reach there, you are divided into groups. They start, first of all, some people have to be in the kitchen. Not in the kitchen like preparing the meals, no. You're supposed to be in the kitchen washing the dishes. Some do the cups, while other people are taken to arrange the tables. And then I don't know where some people are. That's what I saw, because that's where I was during the day, between the tables, serving people and doing the dishes. That's basically what happened there. And it wasn't really what I expected. I thought it was like any other normal job, but being a waitress is not a normal job, because it requires a lot of your time, it requires patience, and these people really work hard, because all the time you need to be on your toes, and you're not supposed to be standing, you're not supposed to be talking just like that. You need to be working, and you need to ensure whatever you're doing is being done professionally. And now for me, since it's the first day, I felt tired, I felt exhausted, and I felt like I could not do this job because it was too much. I'm used to, mind you, you've been at home, you've been sleeping, you've been doing all these things, just, yeah, kind of leisure time. And then you go to a place where things are moving so fast and you need to work in accordance to the rules of the place. So during the whole day, I was so tired. I didn't understand why I was to stand all day from 6 to 4. That really, it wasn't, I felt so tired, and I got even angry, because why am I doing all these things? Is it because of the 500 bob or what? But then I came to understand that's how the job is. It's whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, you can leave. So throughout the day, I didn't take it so well, because that was not what I was expecting. It was kind of hard. Within the first 1 hour, I got tired. My back was aching. My feet was actually aching at the same time. That thing frustrated me. I even regretted why I went there. And I even started asking myself, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it to do all this and get paid? Or is it better if I stay home because nothing is harming me? During that time, I knew I would go home, I would eat still and do all that stuff. So I wasn't so driven to stay at the job. And when it came to lunchtime, well, I was expecting to be served, to eat the leftovers like chicken, you know, all those good things that people eat in nice hotels like Panari. I wasn't expect that didn't happen. I was not supposed to talk to anybody. I couldn't even connect. I couldn't even network to anybody during that day because I was just working. I didn't know how to arrange the tables the way they are because I didn't have a background on hospitality. And yeah, it was a challenge and I felt out of place. I felt I didn't belong here and I really wanted to leave that place as soon as possible. I was there, but I was hoping that this day could come to an end so that I can go back to what I'm used to, staying in the house. Well, that's what exactly I did. When 4 came and I knew that my shift was over, I was the happiest girl. I left the place, went and changed. I didn't even wait for another second. I left the place immediately and went home. So on reaching home, you know, now you have siblings and they're coming to ask you, how was the shift? How did it go? All those things. Well, I just told them I'm not going back. The next morning, I didn't wake up. I slept, guys. I slept. I think I woke up at 10 and I didn't go back. That was it. I didn't go back. I felt like the work was too much for me and I couldn't do it. I failed in that first job. It was a failure for me. I cannot do the restaurant job. First of all, I didn't have any training. You know, you can't just go to a big hotel like Sarova Panari and you go mess up the tables. That will be a bad image to the company itself and to me as well. So I decided this is not working for me and I have to leave it. I have to leave it and it's not working for me. I rather look for something else, something that I can do comfortably, even though there may be struggles, I can maybe find a way on how to do it. And so guys, that was my first job experience. It was not the best. It lasted for a day. I didn't even go for the money. And well, that's it. I believe that if I had the training and if I knew how the restaurants operate prior to the day, I could have performed better as opposed to going there having no experience, just being driven by what I thought was the picture of the job. It messed me up. It really messed me up and I kind of failed in my first job. But guys, at least I tried and right now I know the industry. I can know how that industry is demanding. And for all those people, when you go to an eatery and you're served by people, you need to appreciate because it's not easy. Those people do a lot of work and they get so tired. So when you go there, can you just be nice to waitresses? Can you just be nice to anybody else working in the hospitality industry? Those people do a lot of work to make sure you are sorted out when you go and eat outside. So guys, be good to the workers and be good to people who serve you in restaurants.